embracing the next decade. We've done a couple things this year that are very different from what we've done in the past. We've created a new video PSA with Spenney of Kenny versus Spenney, and that's a very different project that sort of came out of the blue for us. And the PSA is on YouTube, and it's also being sent to broadcasters with an invitation for them to air it. With the feedback we've had a couple events in the last couple weeks that involved youth, and the feedback we've had from youth was that it's very funny. It's very different from anything we've ever done, so I always apologize a little bit for how different it is, but it's a good way to get our market, to reach our market with young males, for example. This year we had the great pleasure of being the charity of choice for the Queen's School of Business Consulting for a Cause Day in February, and they were tasked with finding ways to sort of advance our cause and distinguish our charity. And one of the ideas they came up with was an Arrive Alive app. So to have our own smartphone application that people could use to get home safely. And we have created an app with help from Fourth Wall Media. EL is here today, thank you for your help with that. And it's going to be available at the App Store in about a week, I understand, just before the long weekend. So we're really pleased with that. The app PSA, we also produced two PSAs to promote the smartphone app, one for television and one for radio. And that's another great way to get the message out, we think.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Well, what we're looking at right now is the Arrive Alive Drive Sober app for the smartphone. And what can you do with this?
So with this app, you can pre-program like a safe ride home. So you can set a custom number, you can choose a number from your phone book, right? Or I've got it set to call Justin.
Excellent.
Okay. I can call Taxi Guy, or I can set a custom number in my city. Right? Something like that, and save it.
So really, there's no excuse. Oh, we got more?
Oh, wait. Yeah, I got more. It has a transit application, so you can, if you're out of town and you don't know your transit system, you can look it up and find out what your transit schedule is. It's just loading the Toronto transit system.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So really, when it comes to drinking and driving, there is no excuse anymore. We've got an app for that.
There was never an excuse.
There was never an excuse, but now there's an app for that.
That's right.
And with that app, you can call a taxi, you can see the transit schedule, you can pre-program people to phone in the case that...
BFF, your mom, whoever you want to call.
And one of the important things is you set that app when you're sober, and you make the right decision in the sober state, and you follow through with it, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. And you are?
I'm Ann, and you're Tim.
Hi, I'm Tim Burrows, Toronto Police Traffic Services, talking about safety today. What we're talking about today is the launch of Arrive Alive Drive Sober's new campaign poster and the app for the smartphones. Application that you can program into your phone names of people you want to call if you've been drinking and you're not in a position to drive a car, the names of people that are close to you that can help you out, and even more importantly, taxi services in your local area and the transit systems in your local area, all connected to your smartphone. So once again, there's no excuse whatsoever for getting behind the wheel if you've had too much to drink. You have some choices when you decide that you're going to drink. First choice is whether you're going to drive or not. And as far as the police are concerned, our message is if you drink, don't drive. If you do make that mistake, you have some consequences you have to look at. There's an ambulance that you could end up in. That would be a best case scenario. There's a hearse that you could end up in. That would be a worst case scenario. The other two choices that we have with us right now behind us, taxi cab. It's a lot cheaper than a criminal record or a defense of impaired driving. CAA. They can help you out in some circumstances. They're always an option to have your car towed back home. You take the cab, you still have your vehicle the next morning, the next afternoon when you're sober. One of the choices you don't want to face. Nowadays, it's so important. The police car. That's not the ride you want to be going in. You get arrested for impaired driving, administrative transportation statistics say that you're going to be looking at a minimum $13,000 to $18,000 penalty to defend yourself and the consequences thereafter. You're going to have to look at insurance. You're going to lose your license for 90 days to start with, and then a further suspension upon conviction. It's just not worth it. Simply put, if you drink, don't drive.